Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today our mission is to really pull apart the notes of a Gen X business owner.
Yeah.
We're diving into the challenges and some really surprising lessons that came up when they tried to drag an old world antique shop into the online age.
And that context, that old world versus new tech thing, it's absolutely everything here. You have to appreciate the sheer labor involved.
For sure.
I mean, this is not just a casual update. Before they even thought about AI, the owner had spent 3 solid months of just intense work.
How much are we talking?
Cataloging 450 separate items, taking and managing over 2,000 photos. So the decision to bring in an AI assistant, Gemini, I think they nicknamed it their digital PA, it really came from sheer necessity.
Right. It's that clash, isn't it? The old school ethic of writing every description by hand versus the pull of digital speed.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about the moment where that digital efficiency really just hit a brick wall.
Yeah.
Because at first things were going pretty smoothly until the digital PA met the star of the inventory. A vintage Pedigree doll pram. And this is an item the owner knew intimately. I mean, they grew up with it.
It's one of those things where the human knowledge is it's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
So the owner uploads the photo, the digital PA spits out a description, and get this, the AI confidently described this red metal pram as having a wicker basket and a canopy.
Oh, wow. But the photos?
The photos clearly showed a red pram with neither of those things. They just weren't there.
So the owner gently corrects the AI, but it just refuses to back down. I can just picture them screaming at the screen.
It actually doubled down. They uploaded a brand new crystal clear photo, a definitive source of truth, and the AI shot back, basically insisting the canopy and wicker basket are clearly seen on the image.
That is incredible.
It's that core conflict, right? Generalized knowledge versus specific lived expertise.
So how did it end?
The owner just gave up and typed, "Let's agree to disagree." And the AI's final word was, "I think it is better too."
That's amazing, that machine-level stubbornness.
And that little story, that anecdote right there, is the launch pad for the #1 lesson from this deep dive. AI can be confidently wrong.
Yeah.
And that misplaced trust, it can have real business costs, especially with valuable, one-of-a-kind items. It just means human oversight is non-negotiable.
So what did they do? How did the owner solve this moving forward?
Well, they came up with a pretty clever verification technique. They keep George, which is their nickname for Google search open, on a second screen.
Okay, just for fact-checking.
Specifically for fact-checking technical names. The AI is great at generating sentences, but it's terrible with precision. It might see a surveying level and just call it a telescope.
I see. So George is there to validate those specific, nuanced terms that the AI wants to generalize.
Exactly.
And the other big fix was image hygiene, which makes sense, since that's what confused the AI in the first place.
Right. The owner learned that things like shadows or cluttered backgrounds can cause these bizarre hallucinations. Photos couldn't just be clear, they had to follow strict rules.
Like what?
Clean, 800 by 800 pixels, properly renamed files, and this is the most important part, using literal ALT text.
Okay, and we should probably clarify that point for you listeners.
Yes, the reason you use literal ALT text, which is the description for accessibility, is because it acts as a guardrail. You're forcing the system to describe only what is actually present.
So if there's no wicker basket, the ALT text has to say red metal pram, nothing more.
Precisely.
At the end of the day, though, the business survives, and it actually thrives because the digital PA handles the tedious stuff, freeing up the owner to do what they love.
Which is being in the workshop, restoring these historical treasures, and making sure their stories don't get forgotten. It really shows how the success of these transitions relies on pairing tech with that irreplaceable human touch.
That's the insight right there.
So a final thought for you to mull over. Since that AI was so utterly confident, so insistent about a wicker basket that just wasn't there, what does that reveal about the indispensable value of your specific nuanced expertise in an age of generalized AI?
A perfect thought to end on. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.